Yo, what's up? What's up? This is your man Thatch the Great checking in once again. Let's get straight to it, guys, on this beautiful Friday evening in Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. And welcome to you, wherever you may be watching from. Not going to be a very long stream. I just wanted to hop on before I hit these streets and just wanted to have a quick conversation with you guys because, you know, whether you're a young man or whether you're a more mature man, I never want you guys to lose sight of the concept of just how important it is to always put your best foot forward with the way that you dress, the way that you display yourself to the world. Because the way you display yourself to the world is your brand. You know, for instance, tonight, guys, you see what I got on, right? I mean, look at me. Nice button-up shirt, got the rippling muscles on display. You know, nice, what's this? This is a Tissot Powermatic 80. You know, it's like 800, you know, something light. Just something, just a little bit of bread, you know what I'm saying? To get the pigeons excited. You feel me? Just a little bit of bread to get the pigeons excited. You know, understated gold chains, just simple shit, right? But it all accessorizes well. It all goes together. It all flows well, you know? And I just want to let you guys know how important it is to always dress to impress when you're going out, especially when it comes to venues in nightlife, right? Because the women notice all the minute details. The same way that we notice all of those details about women, they notice those same things about us. So when you're going out, guys, never let it be lost upon you that women are absolutely looking at your shoes. Are they dirty? Do they look like they're ran over? Like, does it look like you just came from hooping at the damn court? Did you put any thought or effort into what you're actually putting on, the way that you're displaying yourself to the world when you're out in these clubs or these lounges? Always keep that in mind, guys. And it all depends on what kind of woman you actually intend to get. Me personally, I have hard set rules when it comes to women that I speak to or women that I may be possibly interested in. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that I have a much more discerning and I have a much more stringent process of criteria that I have to check off when it comes to women that I may potentially entertain these days. I just don't have time to be wasting precious seconds, minutes, hours with women that are just simply not on my level or who I at least don't perceive to be such, you know? So just to give you guys an idea, let's say, for instance, where I'm going tonight. I'm going out to this nice little lounge in Duval County. Pretty much for the most part, all the women there dressed to impress. They always have on nice dresses, heels. They always look nice. That's like a bare minimum requirement for me personally. I don't want to be anywhere where I can go and the women are predominantly wearing flats. That just doesn't work for me, man. Like, and don't get me wrong. Some of you guys may be watching. Some of you guys may be in your 20s. I get it. You guys are still trying to figure out the world. You guys are still dressing in t-shirts, trying to wear J's to the club and all that shit. But as you grow up, as you get more money, as you become a more mature, developed man, you should be carrying yourself completely different. You should be displaying yourself to the world completely different. And with that difference and with that maturation process, I would hope that you begin to dress better as well. Because the better that you dress, the better you display yourself to the world, the more you make it clear to the world that you are a man of a certain echelon or a certain level. Guess what? That does attract a completely different criteria of women. Whether you guys know that or not, it is absolutely a fact. So anytime that I go out, or honestly, anytime that I even step outside the house, I make sure that I am always putting my best foot forward, because the fact is, you never know who you may run into, or better yet, you never know who you may potentially meet. Who knows? You may walk outside your house tomorrow and meet that woman that you are intended to be with for the rest of your life. You may end up meeting your wife, or who could have potentially been your wife, should I say, when you walk out the house tomorrow. But if you're not looking the part, if you don't look like somebody who's actually worth entertaining or talking to, you might miss your chance. You might shoot your shot. She might look at you and say, "Oh, I don't know about this guy. Looks like a scrub." And she would be well within her rights to think so if you are looking like a scrub. That's why I always tell people, look, the way that you dress, the persona that you give off about yourself, that is your brand. Not necessarily saying that you have to have a business or a company, but the way that you display yourself to the world is your brand. So why would you want to play around with that? You should always, all right, let me break this down. First and foremost, as you guys can see, I'm extremely fit. I'm fucking ripped. You don't think the women see that? Of course they do. I'm fucking jacked. I dress nice. I accessorize perfectly. The gold watch, gold chains, good looking guy, nice straight white teeth. I'm articulate. I can carry on an intellectual, stimulating conversation with damn near anybody. These are all attributes that come together to absolutely make the women swoon. Oh, Thatch, you're killing us. You're too much. That's what they think in their heads, of course. That's what they think in their heads when they see me. But the point is, guys, when you go out to these clubs, when you go out in nightlife, whether you're young or whether you're more mature man in his 30s, 40s, so have you. Never let it be lost upon you that women are looking at every single detail of your outfit, your ensemble, your accessories, your haircut, your beard, your teeth. Women are looking at every single goddamn aspect of the way that you carry yourself, just as you should be doing the same to any woman that you potentially entertain. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background, or should I say a little bit of context, as far as how I evaluate women when I'm out and about, as far as what I will be doing tonight, let me tell you guys what are instant disqualifiers when it comes to women that I may potentially talk to. First and foremost, I absolutely will not entertain women who come up to me who have hair hats on. I know this is going to ruffle some goddamn feathers, but it is what it is. I do not like talking to women who wear wigs. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I understand that we live in a society nowadays where women love to wear wigs, and let's just keep it a stack. Black women love to wear wigs. And I don't want this to get into one of those situations where people start thinking that I don't like black women, because that's not true at all. I love my beautiful black queens. The thing is, there's only a certain kind of black queen that I like. I like the ones who actually embrace their natural hair, who actually put the effort into maintaining their natural hair, because no man wants a woman who wears wigs. Let me calm down. Second, I do not like women who have a face full of caked up makeup. I think I've spoken about this on several other videos in the past. I just don't like that. Every man for the most part values natural beauty in a woman, right? So these are things that I feel are just bare minimums. Would you guys agree? These are just bare minimum. Men want a woman who has natural hair, has a certain degree of natural beauty that she exudes, even without makeup. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have makeup on, it's fine. Just don't let it be excessive where it looks like you're a rodeo clown in a goddamn rodeo with all this shit all over your face. We can't even tell what you really look like. I take you home, I smash. I wake up the next morning and your face is all over my goddamn pillowcase. And who knows what I'm actually dealing with the next morning. I also do not like these long ghetto fingernails. I mean, I don't mean to be the dead horse, but goddamn, who told these women that shit is attractive? If your nails are all the way out to here, no man of a certain standard, certain echelon, no man wants that. Let's keep it a stack, man. Now, of course, these are just my personal preferences, right? These are just my preferences. I like women who have naturally long hair. I like women who have natural beauty. I like women who carry themselves with class and elegance. I don't like loud, masculine, argumentative women. Nobody likes that. Whether some of you simps like to try to placate and pander to women, let's keep it a stack. Nobody likes those features in women. Nobody likes those attributes in a woman. Even though some of y'all have devolved yourself into thinking that, oh, that's sexy. Oh, is she spicy? No, that's not sexy. It's not. Now, of course, those are going into the personality realm. I want to get back to the physical aesthetics, right? I mentioned earlier, those are things that I personally look at. I look at it closely when I'm out and about, when I'm talking to women. When women come up to me, they approach me. These are things that will instantly disqualify a woman. As you know, you have to have a certain baseline of standards for yourself, guys. You can't just be so thirsty for sex that you're just going to completely disrespect yourself and just take anything you can get. You got to have some kind of standards when it comes to women. Because believe me, all of these women out there have standards when it comes to the men, and to the guys that they are going to entertain. So it's only fair that we as men also have those same discerning standards when it comes to them. You feel me? Anyways, man. This is just what I'm saying. Just here vibing with y'all before I hit the streets. What time is it? 9:22 Eastern Standard. I'm here enjoying a breeze, in case you guys can't see that. For all you guys who are like me, fitness nuts, in the gym constantly, all you guys that are calorie conscious, I don't know if y'all got this where y'all live, but trust me, These breeze, I just actually discovered this. It's a cannabis and mushroom infused beverage, only 50 calories. And trust me, drink one of these maybe an hour and a half before you get to wherever you're going. It'll put you right where you need to be. And only 50 calories. Just some free game, right? Free game for anybody who's out there who, don't necessarily want to drink alcohol, but you still want to be able to give you something to give you a little bit more social fluidity. Because me personally, when I go out and about, I get annoyed easily by people. So I had to drink a little something just to give me a little bit of a push when it comes to actually wanting to stick around in some of these venues. Because me, I like, all right, how do I put this? I like going out just so I can get in the flow and just so I can see what's going on out there in the world. But at the same time, I get annoyed extremely fast just because people are idiots. People are morons. People are nasty. And I'm a bit of a germaphobe too. So it's kind of hard for me to want to stick around sometimes. But the only way to recruit new women and the only way to meet new women is to really get out there and be in the mix. So it's kind of a catch-22 when you're somebody like me. Anyways, I'm enjoying this. And I just wanted to hop on and tell men that you got to start putting more effort towards your appearance, the way that you look and the way that you present yourself to the world, because everybody pays attention, whether they're saying it overtly. Women notice every single detail and every single aspect about you when you're in these clubs, when you're in these lounges or bars, wherever you're at. Before a woman even allows you to approach her, or definitely before she approaches you, as you know, if you look good enough, women are going to approach you. That's just a fact. But before a woman ever approaches you, you better believe she has looked you up and down to make sure that you're checking off all the boxes in her head as far as the things that she likes in a man. So with that being said, doesn't it make sense for you to always put your best foot forward? Make sure that you're dressed nice. Make sure that you're accessorizing the right way. Make sure that you look good. Make sure that you're well-groomed and that you're maintaining great hygiene. Make sure your teeth are white. Make sure that you smell great. I mean, you just got to give yourself as many chances as possible. You got to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success and you're giving yourself every chance possible to attract that level of woman that you so badly want. And when you actually dress nice and when you look good, when you smell good, when you present yourself a certain way to the world, you better believe that all the women in the room notice that, guys. Don't forget that. It's extremely important. That's why I never slack. I don't lighten up. I tighten up on niggas out here. I don't lighten up at all. I put my best foot forward every single time I step out the door, because I never know who I may be potentially meeting the moment I step outside that door and I go into the world. I might end up meeting the baddest chick I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? At the grocery store or at the gym or, wherever, when I'm just living life. I may end up running into the baddest chick with the best personality and the best disposition that you could possibly want. She might be absolutely perfect in all aspects. And yet, I don't ever want that situation to come about and I'm looking like a goddamn scrub, which will never happen because I simply have too much. That'll never happen because I simply have far too much self-pride. I refuse to go out in the world looking just any kind of way. I always look great when I step out the door. You can call that arrogance. You can call that narcissism. I don't give a fuck. One thing that you cannot call it is displeasing to the eye. I'm always looking good when I step out of this house. Always. It just is what it is, man. Anyways, I'm not going to talk y'all's ear off. Hold on. Before I step up here, let's see. Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. Reading some of these comments here. All right. I do my own haircuts. It's cooler. That's what Ruler says. I do my own haircuts. Well, don't get me wrong. If you are skilled as far as, tape ups, as far as giving yourself haircuts, absolutely. Save yourself some money and do that. Me, myself, I have not been in a barber shop since I was, I'm 39 now. I have not been in a barber shop, believe it or not, since I was 20. what was it, 2025? I was like 26 the last time I was in the barbershop. So my beard stays extremely taped up, stays looking great. I do this. I just have skills when it comes to clippers. So obviously it's very simple as far as my head. I got a bald head. That makes that part very easy. But as far as keeping my beard looking great, that's all me. I clean my beard up and I edge it up, and I do that every 2 to 3 days. So I always make sure that that's looking great when I step outside the house. And I would definitely advise any man out there to do the same. I mean, any bills that are recurring that you can possibly take off of your plate, especially when it comes to something like that, like your haircut. You guys that have a head full of hair, you guys that have waves, learn how to do your own tape up, guys. And when it comes to people that are out there rocking a Caesar, you have to learn how to do that yourself. Save yourself $40, $50. Learn how to do it yourself. But most importantly, learn how to do it at a high level so that nobody can tell that you're not going to the barbershop. That's the thing. It's okay to do it yourself, but doing it mediocrely, that's not acceptable. The whole point is for it to still look exceptional, even though you're not going to the professional anymore. And that's what I do when it comes to my beard. And I would definitely advise every man out there, that's one easy skill that you can learn little by little. Learn how to cut your own hair, learn how to tape up your own hairline. Do that. Like I said, I kind of got it made in that aspect. I got a bald head. I rock a zero, but my beard is always on point. And as we all know, women love a well-groomed man with a great beard. That's just life. And it just so happens I have a great shaped head for a bald head. So that worked out well for me. In that aspect. And with that being said, guys, like I said, I didn't want to talk your ears off. I just had to get online. I just wanted to emphasize just how important it is to dress nicely as a grown man. Don't get me wrong. When I was in my 20s, when I was, making that ascent towards the 30s, which, and when you're in your 20s, you think that when you turn 30, you're such an old man. But in actuality, that's really when life really starts picking up, guys. Believe it or not. It's in your 30s that you really start coming into your own as a grown man. And I would hope that by the time you reach your 30s, you are already starting to make that transition from being a young man to really growing into a grown ass man, and looking at the world a little bit differently, and also carrying yourself differently, presenting yourself differently, and absolutely dressing differently. Make sure that when you step into a room, all the women notice it, not just because you're a good looking guy, but they notice the way that you dress. Nobody can ever downplay the appearance of a well-dressed man. That's one thing the people that work, that's one thing that differentiates me from every person on my team and my department. It's the fact that I'm so physically imposing because I'm in great shape. My clothes fit me perfectly. I'm always well accessorized, and I carry myself with discipline. People notice that. Your discipline enters the room before you do. It's like a unspoken presence that enters the room before you even get there. You don't have to say anything about the way that you live your life because it's easily visible in the way that you look and the way that you present yourself. I don't have to say a goddamn word when I step in the room. People just look at me. Just look at me. What do you think? How do you think I live my life? It's evident. It's evident. I don't have to say a word. You know that I put the time in the gym consistently. You know that I clearly take great care of myself. You know that my skin is flawless, not a single blemish to be spoken of. You know that my teeth are white as fuck. You know that my teeth are straight as fuck. You know that I'm pulling bitches. You don't have to ask me. You already know these things just by looking at me. Come on, let's get serious. Anyways, I digress, man. Just wanted to jump on, have a quick live. It has been fun. Like I said, just want to have a quick live tonight before I hit these streets. And since nobody's really saying anything I don't really see anything here that really needs to be addressed. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get back to your night. It has been a pleasure as always, guys. If you're hitting the streets tonight, as always, make sure that you're staying safe, but at all times also stay dangerous. All right. This is your man, Thatch the Great. I'll holla. Peace.